Hey, welcome to my booth. I'm Jay. Today's sample's from Rocky. It's a lovely little character demo. We'll skip around and listen to the different characters and give them some feedback. As always, if you'd like me to review audio of yours, there's a form in the description. Send me something. There's coaching on my website down in the description if that's more your speed. And if you want to support these efforts, you like this stuff and you find it helpful, you can click the buttons. That's the easy way. And if you want to go above and beyond, there are other ways to support this whole shindig in the description below. Let's get in here with Rocky and see what we got.
Hello, my name is Rocky, and this is my voiceover demo reel. Today, you're going to hear...
Yeah, whatever. You want to tell everybody how great your voice is, right?
What?
Nobody cares. Did you know that?
Yeah, but I was just...
Nobody's got a better voice than me. Listen, allow me to introduce myself, okay?
I was going to introduce...
No, don't worry about it. I got it, okay?
Okay, yeah, fine.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Tony DeBino.
Okay. I love Tony. Love Tony DeBino. I love Tony DeBino. He's a tough guy. So really great start, Rocky. I love the idea here. It's really fun to have you sort of be the worst out of all of these characters. Like Tony immediately comes in and shows you up in a really big way, and you just kind of like get off to the side. Let's skip ahead to another character here.
I'm trying to talk over here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell him how great my voice is, and you're interrupting me.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you think you're a big shot, huh?
Kinda.
All right. Go ahead. Talk.
Okay, hi. My name's Billy Bobbins, and, well, I tell you what, I've been working in the office for about 3 years now, and, well, I started off on sweeping the floors and vacuuming the carpets, and, well, wouldn't you know it, next year they told me I'm going to be able to turn the computer on.
Billy Bobbins, gotta love him. Yeah, really great juxtaposition, throwing this sort of tough guy up next to the kind of sweet little guy, Billy Bobbins here. Just a nice little fella. Let's check out the last character.
I'm as happy as can be. I'm happier than a pig in right now. You know.
Listen here, punk. I've seen you around the office before.
Oh, yeah.
I don't appreciate you wiping my desk off and taking my trash out without my permission. Now, I'm gonna be doing some talking, okay?
Okay.
All right, so first thing is, everybody calls me Clark. No last name. Just call me Clark. Now that we've got that out of the way.
Okay, cool. I'll dive in and listen to a bit more probably, but I just wanted to get a sense of all of the characters and give everybody a sense of all the characters you're working with here. So in terms of character voices, I really like them. Having this variety is really nice. The things that I would say to punch up, there are a lot of things that we could talk about in terms of the engineering, but I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time on that because the performance is the exciting thing to me here, Rocky. But the things that I would recommend, one, you've used these scenes to create really interesting characters. And you've kind of stitched them together where they sort of pass the baton, where one comes in and is like interrupting the other, and they sort of just trade off. And then there's another longer sort of mini monologue that each of them has. It would be interesting, perhaps, to, if you want to keep this sort of format, tie them together a bit more. You said this was a fairly early pass, but on the next version, if you, instead of like part 1, Tony, part 2, Billy Bobby, and then third, Clark, if you made it more like 1, 2, 3 are sort of stacked on top of each other and interweaving, I think that would be really exciting to listen to, and you would get a better interplay between the characters, which comes to my next point. In terms of the characterizations, you've got the voices really well. The voices sound really good. And the thing that I would love to hear more of is their sort of points of view on things and the stakes of given situations. So right now, everything's kind of level. which is fine. But if we're taking it at like a scale of 0 to 5, 0 being kicking back on the beach, nobody bother me, chill times, and 5 being DEFCON 5, we're in the middle of battle, heated stuff going on. It's very, very high stakes, life and death. Totally chill 0, 5 life and death. And right now we're spending a lot of time between 0 and like 1 to 1.5 maybe. And it would be great to bump closer to 5 at times or something else. Reason being, that's going to be the stuff that's exciting to hear in a demo specifically, how you perform characters in situations rather than just your ability to demonstrate different voices. So as an example, if Tony comes in and is like, nah, I got the best voice here. I got the best.
No, you don't. I'm Billy Bobby.
You don't think I do?
No, I don't. I'm Billy Bobby.
Clark has the best voice. I don't know. But if there's a interplay and the stakes raise and raise and raise, then that could be really interesting. And I don't know if that's right or not, but that's sort of the thing that's missing for me is everybody's pretty chill and level. And having moments that are higher stakes, I think, would be interesting. Additionally, each of these sections are really great for like a first pass developing this stuff. But the whole demo should be no longer than a minute. Reason being, you're lucky if somebody listens the whole minute demo. And so having these long sections of like 40 to 50 seconds of one character talking by themselves, we understand who this character is very, very quickly. And that's just the nature of demos. We'll get...
Oh yeah, I don't appreciate you wiping my desk off and taking my trash out without...
We already know that this guy is a tough guy. He's runs the place. He is no nonsense. I don't appreciate you doing that to me. We understand where this character is coming from very, very quickly. Similarly with the others. Tony, we understand right away with this type of voice in particular what this guy's all about. Nobody has this kind of voice unless they've got a mobster edge to them and they eat calzones and they run around with Tony Soprano. And then Billy Bob, similarly, if everybody's got this kind of voice, we know what they're about pretty darn quickly. Now, within that, you can do really fun stuff like subverting the expectations. For example, if Billy Bob comes in, we totally expect that he's never been able to turn on the computer because the big guys won't let him. But if we subvert that with him being the coder, for example. Well, I was working in Python the other day, but they want to move the entire system network into C#, and, that's just not really the optimal programming language for this kind of thing. Then it becomes kind of interesting because we're working against the norm. And conversely, a mobster who's got a soft side is, that's interesting because we're used to them being tough. So that can be another interesting thing to play with. This is also a really, really small thing, and I like it in the framing of this demo that you've done, but just as a word of caution for other folks, starting with, hi, I'm Jay, this is my demo, is... I don't know what the word to say about it is, but it's not something that's done regularly because it's just kind of unnecessary. Usually the demo has your name in the title of it, and people know if they're listening to your demo who you are. So it's just kind of wasting space to introduce yourself. We would much rather, or it's more effective in a lot of cases, to just get right into the action. What else to say? In terms of your setup, it sounds pretty darn good in general. So not a lot to talk about in terms of your recording space or setup. There are certain things that you can do. I think you've spliced this together well in terms of the back and forth of characters. And it feels like because it's in stereo, you've done some panning stuff. I wasn't listening too closely to that. But in terms of the overall engineering, there's just subtle things like leveling out. For some reason, Billy Bob's just a little bit quieter in general than Tony. Tony's got the loudest bits here. You can see on the waveform that he talks the most loud out of everybody, and then Billy Bob gets kind of quiet, and Clark is so intense that he has to be quiet because he's trying to be Batman in the office. Yeah, so leveling everything out would be